as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Mega.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another run with Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
So this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now receiver in motion left. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Round to go to kick off for New York.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Steal. Check steal. Ready.
They'll go again with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Taking it about the 1.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, running on first down is Sanders, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage before he's taken down. A loss of 1.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Young.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal lapse words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Young.
Oh, that'll be incomplete.
Well, he took a shot as he let that go.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Young on 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Young will set to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Let's go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw, Young.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, check mega. Ready.
Young takes it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Bryce Young. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Panthers 14, Giants 13.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He connects with Hyatt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Back to throw again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
The Giants at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Jones looking to change the play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
17 yards and a giant first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen,
and they will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Giants have retaken the lead. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Come on, boys, keep it going. Bring it.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. 112 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on 1st down. It'll buy some time right.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Dances by him. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Off the bootleg, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
The quick slant caught. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Now it's the Panthers' 2nd all-time leading scorer, kicking here in a different uniform, Graham Gano.
Gano's kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Young looks to throw on first down. And Sharp calls it in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready, go! Fight, 97. Go pink.
Final play of the half, Young. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season,
is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
No gain on the play there. Second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw on third down, Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Ooh, the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
In motion, Slayton.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
That's complete to Slayton. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jones now on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Gano's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. And looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime. There he goes, left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, go Beers. Ready?
Another run here with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. To throw, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And that is incomplete. Boy, did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up fourth down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So defensively, just got the hand up too high, and that adds even more yardage to what was already an impressive run.
And as a defender, you're doing what you normally do on any play, just grabbing at anything, trying to get him down. But when you're downfield, you're a little more exposed. They'll get you every time when they see it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing, Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They give it off here, the tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to move up to the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. Escaping the pressure right.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Here we go.
In motion right, Evans. Jones back, a couple of fakes as he'll set up to throw.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. The 28.
149 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
A beautiful fake. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going to put some tempo. Now Jones. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Barkley will take this one in. Touchdown, New York.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Gano out to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a second down throw for Young. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Young to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Young now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Again, it's Young.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his back.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
He'll take this to the 46.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Touchdown, Giants! Mike Evans. 46 yards.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd down, Young again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
To the air once more, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Young on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Young. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Giants are going to take over
At their own 30-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
Powering his way forward. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Giants, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.